Judaism is a religion. It's not an ethnic group.
No matter how much they want it to be an ethnic group. No matter how much they want it to be an ethnic group.
They could want that. It's good to want things, but they're not. So, for example, as an Ashkenazi Jew, my ethnic group would be half Russian, half somewhat Austrian Polish, right? That's the ethnic group. So like my bubby made Mandelbrot cookies because that was a very kind of Austrian thing. And a lot of that is Ashkenazi. But there's no ethnic group in charge of the hedge funds. Anywho, there's Zios.
So the significance of him stepping away was felt in the, let's just say, the grifter Zio class. We know about Lizzie Savetsky, obviously. We know she's paid. We know about all these other dumb. No, it's not her. She's at
every time I see her, I feel like she just needs to go eat something.
Oh, she's a swizzle stick, all right. But
gross.
There is somebody who apparently was really offended by Zoran Mussolini, Muslimini, or whatever you want to call him. Yeah, I know. There's a Sharia takeover of New York City. So this man, Abraham, had something to say about Zoran not showing up for our Israel Day.
Listen carefully. We are not scared. We will not cower. We will not bend the knee. We will remain as proud Jews.
Let's start this again because this is very poor.
Wait a minute. He says he's not scared and they will. You're the most scared people on the fucking planet. There's nobody more scared than you. You fucking pussies are more scared than kids that are starving in Sudan. You're so scared. How can he stand there and say you're not scared? You're the most scared people ever. You're yelling into a microphone about a mayor not coming to a parade. That's scared.
He's the kind of guy that calls the police if he catches a spider crawling around his apartment. I mean, he's just one of those guys.
Oh my God.
Mamdani, listen carefully. We are not scared. We will not cower. We will not bend the knee. We will remain as proud Jews.
Okay. Can we just zoom in on this moron?
Nice tallest lady.
So much of this just comes off as like a fashion statement. Like there's nothing religious behind any of this.
No, it's and in fact, it's what like the Neturei Karte and people like Rabbi Shapiro would refer to this stuff as heresy, idol worship. Like this is not anything to do with Judaism. And this is the symbolism and the flag and the Zion, like all of that is actually the antithesis of Judaism. So.
As proud as Americans, as proud New Yorkers, as an immigrant, I refuse to let you ruin the city. My family and I came to seek refuge. I refuse to allow you to return us back to the days of servitude. I refuse to allow you to perceive yourself as more supreme than the rest of us.
He doesn't perceive himself as more supreme than the rest of you. He is more supreme than the rest of you. And he demonstrates that by not celebrating your genocide with you.
Well, and here's the thing that you have to remember, Jen.
We're all more superior, actually. Yeah.
Well, Jen, that's the thing you have to remember. It's not that he sees himself as superior. We are simply superior because you are so goddamn inferior. You're human slime. All of you. And it is proof.
It's so funny because, again, if you reverse it, that's exactly how I feel looking at this picture. Like, I really do. Yeah. So it's really, they have it right. It's just, we got it, like, they just have to reverse it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Mr. Mamdani, you're fooling no one. Your time is up. Get the hell out of Gracie, man.
You know, I have to say, considering the fact that Trump's presidency, his second term, is moving as slowly as any presidential term in the history of the presidency.
Do you know what I'm getting from this guy? I'm getting some of this.
Seriously?
I am. I can't with this man. This man is standing there yelling he's not scared to a mansion that Mamdani probably isn't even in. And if Mamdani was actually standing there, this pussy probably wouldn't even say a thing. Because you are, in fact, scared, Abraham. You're so scared. You're scared of a man who wants to give food to people at more reasonable prices. Yeah, that means you're a fucking pussy. That's
No,
what that
the
means.
thing that they're scared of, which I think is legitimate, I do think it's legitimate, what they're actually scared of, and rightfully so, that their stranglehold over our country is slipping through their fingers. And they know it.
Exactly. They're losing their grasp of privilege. They're clinging on to their privilege for dear life. And that is what is threatening to them. They don't feel comfortable. They are not being seen and as much and being as prioritized as much as they should be. And so that is what is threatening to them.
Remember what I said on the last live stream? I said, do you know who's going to benefit the most once Israel no longer exists? Psychotherapists. They're all going to be on the couch all day, every day.
Well, for therapists that'll accept them, as patients, there's people that I know that are my therapist would never accept a Zio as a patient.
Smart, no matter how much they pay, but some will. We'll see.
This is for Rama, his wife. I know in Syria, and ask your parents in Damascus. You used to take to the streets to us Jews and tell us, El-Yahud Kalabna, Palestine Baladna. Palestine is ours and the Jews are our dogs. I'm here to tell you something different. Israel is ours. New York City is ours. The Jews are the diamonds on the crown over your head.
Okay, so let's talk about Abraham. Okay, so from that I gathered that Abraham is Syrian. Okay.
Yes.
So Abraham, is that what he was saying? Okay, so
yes,
Abraham is Syrian
correct.
Jew. Okay. Let's talk about Syrian Jews, shall we?
Sephardic Jews? Yeah, let's talk about the Sephardics.
Syrian Jews.
Yeah.
Syrian Jews in this country, I'm going to take the same position that I do with other emigres from other countries in terms of when they criticize. It's based on their wallet, their finances. So this guy is probably wealthy, probably didn't like what happened to his way of life, got bitter. It didn't work for him anymore. And so now he's here, right? So that is because that is not someone who has been like, I don't know, immigrating through hardship and hard times. That is somebody who has money and resources and doesn't like his privilege being threatened. That's what that is.
Mayor Zoran Mamdani will not attend the Israel parade, the first New York City mayor to skip the event since 1964, sparking controversy and protests over anti-Semitism and policy. Now, I don't know who the New York City mayor was in 1964, but it is entirely possible that maybe they were throwing a little bit of, shade at the fact that maybe a lot of people did think that Israel might have had something to do with JFK's removal less than a year prior. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know that that's the connection or the fact that it just wasn't a big as a deal and the Zio lobby didn't have the same financial pull at that point in time. They were just building up. So that's why.
Yeah. And again, I think that this is a pretty big deal. Colin, can you scroll, please? For the last 61 years, every single sitting mayor of New York City has joined the parade, which is the biggest such celebration outside the Jewish state itself. The theme of the 2026 Israel Day on 5th is Proud Americans, Proud Zionists. See, those two things can't go together. They just can't. In a statement to the Jewish Telegraph Agency, just remember, guys, and this is why another thing you have to pay attention to, and Colin, please grab that other clip. I want you all to clearly understand this when we say, whenever you hear somebody say that they don't take AIPAC money, that is a cop-out. There are so many pro-Israel organization nonprofits that give money hand over fist to these political candidates. AIPAC just happens to be the most out in front, but there are many others. And the JTA is another one of these organizations within their coalition that makes sure that their cause continues to be funded. What's going to be more interesting to see how much more money they're going to have to throw at this once they realize that people are going to start stepping up in a major way over the next several years to basically break them, because that's what's going to happen. I look forward to joining and hosting many community events celebrating Jewish life in New York and the rich Jewish history and the culture of our city. I'm just not celebrating Israel. And that is what makes a mayor who truly, first of all, he's a hell of a politician. You cannot take anything away from Zoran in terms of his political acumen. He's very good at this.
That's the problem. That's where I get the Obama vibes from him. He's extremely smooth.
Yeah, he is smooth, but that doesn't mean that he's not good at what he does.
No, I am suspect of people that are smooth.
Yeah, as you should be. While I will not be attending the Israeli Day Parade, my lack of attendance should not be mistaken for a refusal to provide security or the necessary permits for its safety. I've been very clear. I believe in equal rights for all people everywhere. That principle guides me consistently. So what he's saying is he doesn't believe in an ethno-state. Look at those
and more importantly, he believes that as the mayor of New York, it's not his job to be celebrating another nation state at a parade. Why would he do that? Does he come out for Lebanon Day? Does he come out for Costa Rica Day? I mean, I don't does every country have a day, or it's only Zio Hell that has a day?
Who is not wearing the ribbon?
Exactly.
Well, maybe we have to show him how to wear the yellow ribbon, because that's basically what's going to happen. Scroll down, keep going, Colin. Every mayor of New York City has marched in the Israel Day Parade. Moshe Davis, former executive of the mayor's office to combat anti-Semitism under Mayor Eric Adams, told the Jerusalem Post, it's a celebration of the Jewish community, and once again, equating Judaism and Zionism, shocker, that helped build this city and the enduring relationship between New York and Israel. Like I said, of all the things that Zoran has done since he has taken that office, he has basically not been renewing the governmental contracts between the city of New York and the state of Israel. And as I said, and I said to you, as I'll say now, that is grounds for assassination. Like, that's how serious that is, what he's doing. He's fucking with their money supply. And once that starts, now you understand why they are raving lunatics in the street and they have to come after him with everything they have. Because, again, he's just acting pretty much.
When I say he's smooth, I'm talking about his political acumen. I'm talking about how he interacts with people, how he handles a room, how he handles himself, how he goes in and out of spaces. I assure you, he is one of the smoothest politicians that is out there right now. I promise you. I'm not saying he doesn't take a stand. Those are different things. I'm saying what makes me cautious is when people are also very smooth. Okay.
A relationship that has made our hospitals, our universities, and our economy stronger. To skip this parade is an affront to our history and the contributions that have made New York great. Not true, but you can kvetch about it a little bit more.
Me?
So scroll down a little bit more.
Continue reading this nonsense about the Israel
from
parade?
Rabbi Mark, no, right there. That's
Rabbi Mark Schneier of the Orthodox Hampton Synagogue addressed Mamdani directly, saying, nobody wants you at the Celebrate Israel parade anyway. We don't want you, your rhetoric, and your diatribe to ruin our proud day. Oh, well, I'm sure he had a tough time sleeping that night, Rabbi. Woo! Sure, that kept him up. How's he going to get through that? The group End Jew Hatred held, somebody look up how long that's existed. The group End Jew Hatred held a large protest outside Mamdani's residence, Gracie Mansion, on Tuesday night. End Jew Hatred organized the rally to protest Mamdani's refusal to stop religious freedom violations against the Jewish people. This included his veto in April of a bill that would have protected educational facilities from protests in legislative attempt to combat anti-Semitism.
Everything's
Could you be referring to religious schools at synagogues that are hosting illegal land sales? Because that would get people really pissed off and protesting. And you just also happen to have a school, so you can conveniently say that that's the problem. right? Yeah.
Correct.
Islamists and radical mobs have flooded our streets. Oh my God, they have?
Islamists.
Wait. Where are the Islamists and radical mobs? That's kind of like the radical secularists. Okay. Have flooded our streets and attacked houses of worship. We will not be intimidated. Take back our streets. The promotional materials read. I can't take this seriously. You've got to make it stop, please. Thank you. Make that go away. I cannot take that seriously. That is some stupid ass shit. You people, and I'm talking to anybody who would consider themselves spoken for in that article. You people will not survive this world. You just won't. You're just too soft, and you're not capable. So I suggest, honestly, end it now. Please, it'll solve it for all of us.
And Cheese Rock is right. You know, who is really having these parades and protests now, realizing that it's just an excuse to get out and get some sun, I suppose. Because in the end, this will not create those changes. And Colin, can I please have that clip? I want to be clear that...
Here it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All of
Knew
these...
it was something new. You know what? Whatever it is, we have other things. Please.
No. I sent this twice. So I just sent it. I sent it again. Like,
what is this that we need now?
I want you to see what happens when people lose their mind. I want you to see why this is such a problem. Colin, I'm going to send it for no, I'm going to send it one more time. And it's a Facebook clip. I just sent it again, and it says that it went. So if it didn't come through, again, I sent this earlier. Okay, now you got it. Third time's the charm.
Gotten it. Just like how I send you things, but you don't get them. It happens.
Well, hold on. Sometimes you send things, but I don't know where you're sending it to. You may send it to Instagram.
I text you things all the time, and you'll see the writing, but not the actual thing I sent you doesn't come through.
Sometimes what you may send, the file size may be too big. I mean, that's possible.
It could be whatever it is. My point is sometimes people don't get things.
All right, so let me set the stage for you and why this is funny. So, as you all just saw, Mr. Sephardic Abraham, or however he goes by.
He's not Sephardic. If he's a Syrian Jew, then he's Mizrahi Jew. But continue.
Oh, Mizrahi. Okay. Well, forgive me.
If he's Syrian, I got the gist he was Syrian.
Sephardic is Egyptian? Is that what that is?
No, Sephardic is Iberian, which would be Spain and Portugal.
Okay.
Mizrahi is
right.
Is Asian. Okay. Yeah.
So the reason this is funny is because, as we said, these guys are losing their mind. And as you can imagine, Abraham was his message was soundly rejected by everyone outside of that parade. He was made fun of. He was chastised, as he should be. And that seemed to not sit too well with him. Apparently he, you know
why?
No problem. Yeah.
You know why it doesn't sit well with him. That's
Stop
part of it, guys.
Of why he has such hatred at the world. Mm-hmm. I would say, a lot of times you can kind of tell with a lot of these guys as to why they're like this. But here's his response to people not thinking too highly of his emotional speech on Israel Parade Day.
Titled lefty elitists who support terrorism and communism have decided to take to Twitter to attack my video, to attack my speech. They're telling me I'm too loud. They're calling me a supremacist. You know why? Because I said these are our streets, that we own New York. They said, what do you mean? You don't own New York. What are you saying, that the Zionists own New York? Are you saying that Jews own New York? And they were waiting for me to say, no, that's not what I meant. Are you insane? But I'm not going to do that because I know what a gaslighting argument is. And that's exactly what this is. These mother effers want to tell me I'm unhinged. They want to tell me I'm too loud while they take the street day in and day out for the past 3 goddamn years with their faces covered with gas, with fires, screaming, terrorizing neighborhoods and communities. And they're going to
Yeah, there's a fucking genocide happening. Avraham. Fucking loser. Fucking. And by the way, for people who are interested, he is actually a Semite. So when I say that I'm anti-Semitic, it's for people like this guy. He's now in that category. I dislike this Semite. I'm anti this Semite.
You know, Robin, the one thing you will find here on our channel is that this is a small but mighty channel, and the community is extremely welcoming and it's extremely committed. We may not have the biggest audience, but we have a great audience. And
Yeah,
you
we
will
do.
definitely enjoy being here, and we appreciate you being here.
Tell me I'm too loud. These go to the streets and say, whose streets are these? Our streets. They're allowed to say that. And we can't imply that it's Muslims trying to take over New York. But the second I say it's my street, oh, it's a Jew trying to take over.
I want to meet these Muslims. Does anybody have a connection to the Muslims that are trying to take over New York? Do they work with Mamdani? Do they control Mamdani? Does anybody know any of them? I'd interview them even if they have to cover their faces, because I understand being that kind of Muslim would be, you don't want your face to get out there. But please, I want to know who the Muslims are who are taking over. I want to know them.
Yeah, sure. I want to know them too. But in this case, this gorilla, he can't get a banana. And so he's getting a little hungry, he's getting a little hangry. So have a little sympathy.
New York City. You see, we understand your gaslighting argument. The reason I don't really give a shit is because I don't need your acceptance. I don't want.
You clearly not only
Dude.
give a shit, but you are raging over this.
Oh, yeah. And you know why. I'm not going to put it up again, but people that get like this, that get this butt hurt, they are cowards. You know, that was so, like I said before, he's like, we're not scared. Yeah, you are. You live your whole life scared. Your whole fucking life, Abraham. You are a scaredy puss.
Want your acceptance. I want you nowhere near me. See, my passion is based on my experience, my lived experience as a Jew born and displaced from Syria. What me and my community are experiencing today is a recreation of the same trauma, the same violence, the same discrimination that took to the streets in Syria, terrorized us, leading to our displacement from a home we occupied prior to the Islamic conquest, Arabizing the entire region.
Oh, Abraham, you're such a fucking tool. There was no Arab conquest. You weren't kicked out of Syria because of the Arabs. You were kicked out of Syria because of the Zionists. Yeah, that's what happened. The same people that you're now licking their taint, those were the people who kicked your fucking family out of Syria.